Hello everyone. Kind of want to base this seed starting video on the people who have maybe a 4-foot by 6-foot area. They've got a small area for a garden, more than just pots, but not really the whole backyard full-blown deal. They just have a small area that they want to try and grow some vegetables in. Now, if they're just starting out at that, you're probably going to find that what you want to get, if you want to start them with seeds, is to pick up one of these packages that either has Jiffy pellets, some kind of peat pellets you add water to, or one of these packages that already has the soil and stuff in it. Now, this is a 36 cell. It's half of a flat. It's what I could find. I would rather have had an 18 one because then each square is twice as big and you could grow a much larger plant in the square before it needs to be repotted. But we're going to go with this because it's what I found. Now, when you open these up, they've shifted around some, but they've got a pretty fine medium in it, which is pretty good. Not bad for starting seeds. If you're filling these yourself, I wouldn't fill them this full. Not really any need to. You're putting little tiny seeds in. You could always add some more soil later, but they kind of have to fill them pretty full to keep them all from spilling out all over the place. So now, if this is your small garden, if you're like most of us, you're going to want to start with some tomatoes. So I've picked some variety of tomatoes, 4 different kinds that'll very easily fit in a very small garden. I've gone with a Ranger saucer slicing tomato. It's a type of Roma. That's the tomatoes like you have on for pizza. I had these last year and the results were just incredible. I've already made a couple of labels for them. Then I have what's called a Florida 91. It's a hybrid. We're here in Georgia, and I know they get more bugs than we do in Florida, but not by a whole lot. These have done well for me year in and year out. And it's a larger 10-ounce tomato. Then I've picked it's called Gardener's Delight. It's a sugar lump. It's one of those little tiny little cherry tomatoes. So we all like those in our salads. And then for when you get the tomatoes cut in a wedge when you're out, it's usually a Juliet type tomato. A friend of mine turned me on to these. These are really nice. They give you the bigger than a golf ball, smaller than a tennis ball, really nice sized little tomatoes. So we've got a hamburger tomato, a cherry tomato, a slicing tomato, and a really thick walled one that is amazingly good put on pizza or whatever. So we're going to do those 4. Then the other favorite thing everybody likes is peppers. So we're going to do a variety of peppers. We're going to do a Bounty hybrid, which is a type of a banana pepper. That's the long, sweet yellow peppers. The banana peppers tend to produce for me first each year, so that's my early eating pepper. Then I'm going to go with a Red Knight. That's a big bell pepper. Turns nice red color. Seems to be the fashion right now is I have yellow and red peppers, so we'll go with some of those. Then we're going to go with one that goes from white to orange to red, all different colors. It's another bell pepper, Blushing Beauty. And then just to keep us up to date here on the hot stuff, we'll go with our early jalapeno, and that'll give us some hot peppers. Now, going with all that stuff, you're going to want some basil. I already have some really nice regular basil plants, so I'm going to go with a lemon basil and a lime basil, which is nice, and either one of these flavors up iced tea nicely or just regular bottled water. So that's what we're going to be planting. I'm going to start with my Ranger Roma. And since I have so many sections, I think I'm going to go like every other one. We'll go with a Ranger Roma. I'm going to want, because this is for our small garden, we're only going to want like 2 plants of each. So I'm going to put 2 to 3 seeds into each square. spread them out some so if they both take. And then my favorite tool is a pencil. Poke them down in there. I don't know what to do as far as people say wet it first, don't wet it first. I never know. I'm going to do these dry. That may not be the best way, but it's the way I'm going to do them right now. So I'm going to skip a couple. So when these get started growing, they're not running up on top of each other. And now we move over to the Gardener's Delight, which is that little sugar lump cherry tomato, real sweet cherry tomato. That's soft enough. I can just smash those in with my fingers. Okay, and I'm going to keep planting these, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, I've got all these planted and pressed down. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to spritz these with some water to get the top enough to where it won't be blowing around, and it'll get most of the seeds started here with a little moisture on them. Then underneath these trays is a plastic container that'll hold water, so I'm going to pry it up a little bit, and I'm going to pour in quite a bit of water so that this soil will get plenty of moisture, will soak up from the bottom, and it'll meet that little bit I did on the top. And it'll get all these seeds nicely moist and ready to get started. Now, usually when you buy these, it's amazing this one doesn't, but usually when you buy these, there's a plastic top that goes over to help keep the moisture in. If you have that, put it on. You don't really have to have sunshine or light until the plants sprout, and then you're going to have to get them under lights, but I've got a light rack right there to put them under, so they'll start out pretty good. Thank you for watching.